That's not even a question now.
So Cesar at Cesar's looking to put the punctuation mark on this fight against Parisi.
Oh. Well, we can go back to Italy and brag that he went 12 with the great Julio Cesar Chavez and lived with that the rest of his life because he did not disgrace himself. He just simply was outclassed by a superior fighter.
I get the feeling Chavez will stay away from the hot dog tactics here because the last time he did it, the crowd got behind Parisi.
No, he's doing it again.
He is doing it again. He should learn his lesson.
And he doesn't even understand English. He didn't hear you. He's just doing it on his own. So he did it again.
Shouldn't do it. Not good.
He's coming on. He's coming on.
But like you say, that could be dangerous.
Yeah.
In terms of cuts, I'm sure his corner doesn't like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, at least make it interesting and entertaining toward the end here. Parisi's showing he's made a heart. He's a little bit of a showman too. Chavez, just being Chavez.
Come on, let's fight. Come on, get out.
Chavez pretty much on mark. Quite the contrast with the challenger Parisi. And unlike after his wars with Frankie the Surgeon Randall. 50 seconds to go in the 12th round. At least we haven't had any clashing of heads.
No, we haven't had any of those crazy things that have been happening in all of our programs. We just had a straight old fight.
Now we've had a couple of elbows and shoulders.
Yes, a couple of low blows by Chavez, but no clashing of heads, thank goodness.
Considering the way we've had these nights, this is a peaceful affair.
Yes.
Oh, wow, just a regular fight.
Relatively speaking, as we approach 20 seconds remaining of the fight. And Julio Cesar Chavez on his way to defending his title once again. You may hear the Parisi corner going ballistic to our left. Final 10 seconds. But I'm afraid a little too late, folks. And that is it. So they go the distance, 12 rounds, and Julio Cesar Chavez on the threshold of his 94th victory as he punishes Giovanni Parisi. As the countdown to the final journey is officially on. Looking to run his remarkable record at 94-1-1, getting closer and closer to that century mark, 100 fights, needing now just 4 more. Buffalo Martin in there, and they apply the ice pack, Bobby, to the face of Giovanni Parisi, and he got banged around pretty well here tonight. No marks, just a little bit. We always see that on the bridge of Chavez's nose every fight.
That seems to be his bruise area, designated bruise area.
His badge of honor. All smiles, Julio Cesar Chavez, in contrast to the face as they continue to apply the ice pack on Giovanni Parisi, who will not be a pretty sight in the morning.
Although something I did notice about Parisi for having championship fights and having a record as good as he does, his nose is pretty straight, Steve.
Yes.
You chased him all night long.
And he's still bobbing and weaving, Julio Cesar Chavez. Looks like he could go another 12.
The only knockdown of the fight we have here in round 2 is just a straight step in, like a shotgun power jab. He just steps into him, foot gets caught under him, and you'll see it right here. Bang. And his right leg just collapses, and down he goes. Not a powerful shot, more of a flash knockdown. I certainly thought he got hit with better shots later. Here you see it again from the overhead cam. He just steps in. This is about as simple as it gets. Boom. And down he goes.
So Julio Cesar Chavez awaiting the decision. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision, and here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Terry Smith scores the bout 120-107. Lou Filippo and Carol Castellano both score the bout exactly the same at 118-109. All three in favor of the winner and still champion, Julio Cesar Chavez.
His third title defense in his second reign as WBC super lightweight champ. Gets hoisted into the air. His 16th successful defense overall of this title. Now 31-1 in world championship bouts. 4-0 since his only defeat to Frankie Randall. So it's 4 down, 1 to go. And coming up next, our main event here at Caesars, the WBC Heavyweight Championship. Oliver McCall and Larry Holmes. And let's take you backstage into the dressing room of the champion, Oliver, the Atomic Bull McCall, on the threshold of his first defense of the title, looking to prove to the world he is not just a sparring partner, as many have labeled him. Young man who once had dreams of playing college or pro basketball finds himself in the almost surreal setting of fighting 45-year-old former world champion Larry Holmes. Looking very determined in the dressing room. Oliver McCall. That's all coming up. McCall and Holmes. Right now, the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, is standing by in the ring. Doctor.
All right, Gladys, ask him if he thought he was going to have an easy night because he knocked him down in the second round.
No, de ninguna manera sabía que era una pelea difícil.
No, he knew it was going to be a very difficult
Él es un buen peleador, corre mucho.
He's a very good fighter, but he runs a great deal.
Así no se puede pelear.
Like that, you can't fight.
And all that joking and clowning around he did?
Él estaba haciendo como el payaso y eso, como te estuvo.
Yo creo que la pelea fue no del agrado de mucha gente, pero del agrado mío. Realmente hice lo que tenía que hacer, no tenía que desesperarme porque era un peleador que estaba cazándome.
He says he feels that the fight was the kind of a fight that was a good one, but he says that he wasn't in his caliber. He certainly didn't do what he had to do.
All right. Como estamos corticos de tiempo, me tengo que ir.
Okay. Que mañana nos vemos en Culiacán. A las 11 de la mañana los espero ahí con la tambora. Y esta pelea se le dediqué a cada uno de todos los mexicanos. ¡Viva México!
All right. With the usual travel, we're going to throw to Jim Gray now.
Thank you, Ferdy. I'm here with Frankie Randall. He is the only man who has ever beaten Julio Cesar Chavez. In fact, many believe he's beaten him twice, even though that was very controversial several months ago. Frankie, what is your assessment tonight of Julio Cesar Chavez?
I feel like Julio Cesar Chavez was in one of the greatest shapes of his life. I think he's at his path. He's on the avenue to do good and finish out well. So Chavez done a good job tonight. Parisi was not a fighter. He's a boxer, and he ran all night, and there wasn't much to it.
Parisi just really wouldn't fight him, would he?
He don't have the heart, you know what I mean? You got to stand there and fight somebody like Chavez in order to get some respect. The man didn't get no respect at all. So I'm the one that shows how the job is done. You know how it is.
Frankie, you come into tonight feeling as though you were going to fight the winner. Is it your plan to now go and fight Julio Cesar Chavez again?
Well, I understand that Don announced it in the press conference the other day that I will be fighting the winner of this fight. So I hope everything goes well. I know they've made these announcements before that I'll be fighting Chavez, but now I hope that things go well and me and Chavez get to unify this title against the WBA and the WBC. Hopefully things work out.
Would you be willing to go fight him back in Mexico, or would it have to be here in the United States?
Well, we started this mess in Las Vegas, so let's finish it right here. But if worse comes to worse and I have to, then I have no choice. I want to give the people what they want. I want to fight Chavez again myself. But I'd rather fight him here in Las Vegas where all the action took place.
Could you get a fair shake back in Mexico?
I think so. I got a lot of Mexican fans that like me, a lot of people that respect me. I fought in Monterrey, Mexico, December the 10th. So I think so. I don't have any grudge against any of the Mexicans. I don't think the Mexicans have any grudge against me either.
What about the thought of Pernell Whitaker?
Well, Pernell Whitaker, my door is open. I've been up to his fight up in Norfolk, Virginia. If money's right and the price is right, I'll fight Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker, if he wants to fight me, I'm ready, you know.
Frankie, thank you. You look great tonight.
Thanks a lot.
All right, let's go back to Steve.
All right, Jim, I think Randall richly deserves another shot at Julio Cesar Chavez after what happened in the last fight. But I don't agree with him as far as this fight is concerned. I think that Parisi showed heart. He just didn't have the skill or the power to contend with Julio Cesar Chavez. So here, about 50.